that EnVy squad to keep up with the slaying. He goes on an 8 streak. He gets fully streaked out. And the big thing was that perfect 4-man break at that back turbine hard point. Here's a look at your rig draft for game 2. It's going to be Crusher, Search, and Destroy. Earlier on today, some of the big things we talked about, the combat focus being used instead of propulsion. Is that the right decision? Also some FTL jump action. Not going to happen this time around as both teams go with the mirror matchup. As we continue to load on in, love how fast this rig draft goes on through.
Let's talk a little about the tweak to propulsion, because I know you're a big propulsion user when you play Search and Destroy. I never am, because my movement's horrendous. It doesn't help me at all. How did it change, you know, with the recent update? It's
still very good. There's no way to get around that. It's still one thing that will forever be popular, just like Afterburner in Black Ops 3, as I do believe we'll have to get a quick reset on this lobby before we get into the Crusher, Search and Destroy action. But that's the big thing for me, right? Is it's still very good. Gives you the advantage sometimes on those higher sight lines, and can also reward players with very, very strong movement, utilizing that slow wall run. Getting that burner back faster keeps you in the air longer and longer.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this particular map. You know, I heard you talking about Crusher S&D. Yeah, it is a map, you know, you mentioned where your nades are very, very important. We haven't seen a lot of action towards A today, at least in the matches I've casted. It's been very, very B dominant.
It's been the tale of two stories. It's been A rounds that are very fast, where both teams just hit it, and one team
nades everywhere,
fast.
Something explodes.
Jammers going in, people just dying instantly, and then boom, the round is over before the 15 seconds even happens. On the other side of things, though, there's those B plays where you'll have a team set up near A on defense, then they'll realize, oh, we've got to rotate towards B. The other
usually have one man at B, typically, right?
Yep.
One man in the back rock.
Well, sometimes some teams don't even have a player at B. They have a middle map to rotate over to the back rock at B. And that all comes down to being able to call the shots. Crusher is a very mind game intensive map. Allegiance, I got to commend them because they played it so well earlier, knowing how to bait LG into pushing into the setup that they wanted. And it's really how Allegiance won this map. I want to see how well practiced these two teams are in FaZe and EnVy at having those mind games. What certain strategies are they going to bring out that other teams really aren't expecting?
Well, this thinking back to PSX, remember this was the close game with Orbit they had where Attach, I believe, had the sick 1v2 that sort of brought them back into things. They've had some nice wins here for sure. S&Ds, I guess the hardest for us as casters to actually watch scrims because you never really see them do it unless you're catching them in a 2K in a particular S&D. You don't get that real game time atmosphere unless we're on land a lot of the time. So have you had a chance to actually see much EnVy S&D? Because I personally haven't.
I haven't seen too much, but then again, it's also envious. Like you expect them to be ready for it. That's the big thing, right? Is they didn't have a full team for a week and a half for a time.
Yeah.
And S&D of the 3 game modes, I would say, changed the least. Other than some bomb sites moving, it wasn't as drastic of a change as Hardpoint. Obviously, Uplink saw some changes as well. One player who I know has been putting in a lot of time has been John, the CoD Champs MVP, looking to hopefully help lead this EnVy team. I was joking with JCap prior to this. I said, Cap, you know, predictions for this series, where do you think this one goes? And he instantly says, no comment. He didn't want to get involved. He didn't want the bad juju, as these players say. That's their number one thing to bring up. I've heard it 30 times so far this weekend.
Yeah, you know, that's Enable. He's playing the series right now. He's got some bad juju. We're in a fantasy league together. I lost Keenan Allen in week 1, and he was talking trash about it. He had Julio Jones. I was like, you're going to lose Julio down the stretch. Both his playoff games, Julio's not playing. Sorry, Enable.
Don't know what any of that means. You could have made up those names, and I would.
Well, those that play fantasy football know what a big deal not having Julio Jones is down the stretch. But that's an example of some bad juju.
It sounds like a real nice guy. Here's your rig draft again as we load back on in. Appreciate your patience on that one. Really should be no changes there. As we'll get ready for this game 2, do we see a sniper? That is my question. I love seeing Formal bring it out earlier on. I think the way he played it on Scorch, Search and Destroy, watching that B site, was a great way to counteract that easy plant. This map, a little bit different. I wouldn't really want my one guy at B defending it to have a sniper. Maybe you have one guy at B with an AR and then another guy at middle map watching that mid lane. But EnVy and crew ready to go. They're up 1-0 in this series after quite the drastic comeback. FaZe Clan find themselves at a deficit here.
And I believe they only have 1 lethal. So yeah, I would have thought immediately that they're going to be thinking about going towards B. When the only lethal I think I saw for EnVy was on Apathy.
John with the first blood snipe onto Attach, and FaZe are actually reading this quite well, sending both the players towards his B site. But with already 2 kills in favor of EnVy, they're going to be aggressive, challenge this one right on out, and look to get this objective planted right away.
Well, Enable needs to hurry. He needs to get on his horse. Well, it's too late, because now he's in a 1v4. They kept pushing forward. He couldn't catch up on the flank. He should be pinched in just a second here. You saw one hitting the wall run, and that's it. 4 up, 4 down. EnVy able to take that. It all started off with John. You mentioned the sniper. I'll try and get on with him at the opening of the next round.
So right now, Enable and Attach are combined for about a .43 S&D KD. that I'm looking at so far this weekend. Enable at a .25 himself, which is not a lot of fun. Yes, he's more of the objective planter for this team, but overall, you need more for him. I can promise you that. And I think now we're going to be watching
well, let's see
on the side of
okay.
EnVy, because I want to see what he does with the sniper. 2 rounds in a row, he brings it out, and 2 rounds in a row, he gets the first blood.
Enable's head just obliterated there. But on the other end of things, Clayster, I think, it hits a counter snipe then, as he's able to pick one up. So it actually ends up being advantage. Did he snipe John right after John hit the snipe?
Yes, yes. They traded it right away, and then I think Attach got to kill himself to put the number advantage towards FaZe. They will go ahead, choose a site, and get that objective down. It's going to be up to EnVy to retake the site at a number disadvantage.
Well, oh God, you got perfect timing almost for Slasher, but he couldn't finish the kill as he drops. It's now Captain Clutch. We'll see if JCap can make a play. Well, the timing there, sorry, Cap. Didn't give himself a chance there as he was picking up a gun. But you know what these stats remind me of a lot? Okay, so they were a little bit more skewed towards respawn for Luminosity, but they had everyone was between like a 1.1 and a 1.2 in respawn, but 2 of their guys, it was Classic and Classic can't remember the second one, but like a 0.5 in S&D. And that's where they're 0-3 in searches, 2 guys that aren't carrying the load. And when you see it here, when you see it, talk about that 0.62 and 0.25, you can't win with that.
No. Absolutely cannot there. You saw Real Dread with the tweet. Thanks for using that. Hashtag MLG VEGAS says, competitive S&D is such a joy to watch. It really is. I learned so much. Doesn't mean I actually apply it to my gameplay because I'm still bad. And there, JCap actually kills his teammate.
Clay wins it.
Clay again with the snipe. Not afraid at all at whoever's sniping from EnVy. I think EnVy is forgetting that they're facing FaZe Clan.
This has been sick thus far. I love that. How it stresses me out when you see that light from the scope as you jump up there and watching them both go at it.
But what I tell you,
just getting the edge.
I called it as this game started, right? You keep a sniper in mid lane, and as long as you still have a person with an AR at B, they can either come help your sniper in middle if they're getting a rush right down mid and can help trade a kill or give you that first blood, or you just let that sniper command middle map control, and it looks like right now FaZe have actually scared off EnVy for the moment.
Well, they're going to hit, but they're going to be able to put some pressure in through you. I thought Enable, well, he's an MV4, so pushing in through you is not going to be the easiest thing for him. He's actually, look at how far away he is from his team. He's going to have bomb. He's not in a great spot.
Do you like this corner he's playing?
Yeah, but I mean, if he were to drop bomb here, well, now they're starting to spread out.
Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. Okay.
So how about these POV look like?
Okay. Let's see how this one plays on out. They're essentially holding hands right here.
You can see the X-ray just a little bit to the left.
I think they're whispering to each other right now as they're trying to make a play happen. Oh my God, Enable still didn't see him, and they're going to walk right past each other.
Oh my God, they do end up going past, so that's going to be interesting for the communication side of things, because Apathy obviously not able to call that out, but he is able to trade it out immediately. Now it's going to be on Clayster in a 1 versus 2. He drops 2-2. EnVy FaZe is everything we wanted.
That's the part of Codcaster that is like always so tough. You're seeing it develop right in front of you. Both players just don't even check that corner. Thankfully, there was a trade immediately for that sneaky play Enable had, so doesn't do too much to the setup that EnVy were developing. But either way, we got ourselves a tied game, 2-2, as we'll go ahead and refocus back on offense over to John and crew, as it looks like John again. And we're going to have another battle middle map predictions here. Everybody in the chat, type who you think is going to win this 1v1 sniper battle.
And let's see how Clay attacks this. He's out in the open. Clay's going to peek the corner. Did he see him in the edge? He might be peeking out. He might be showing a little bit here. He saw Clay on the backside. Let's check Clay's POV. Where's he rotated to?
I think he's going to call in a streak. Yeah, so he's going to go ahead, bring in the Scarab, rotate it right towards his B-bomb, and he's going to fight with it right away. But no, it doesn't actually get the kill. So the streak, yes, it gives him information, which does prompt the rotation from FaZe, but the objective should be planted here momentarily unless the nade scared him off. Well, I think the nade scared him off.
Let's check John in the back here
they did.
too. So yeah, so far they haven't worked the plant, just maybe trying to find an opening kill here, but it's going to be Enable that gets it. Now things going to become very tricky. It's John worried about the back, but it's all on the front that matters. Clayster not getting pushed, can't hit the snipe. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. It's all on John. Let's go to his POV. He gets forward, able to find one with a pistol. Now one more to deal with. It's a sniper on sniper action. He does find the OSA. One challenging from behind, 25 seconds on the clock. And the sniper duel that opened things up may be the sniper duel that closes it down here in round 5.
John trying to get away. I think Clay will
He just spotted him.
Happen as of yet.
Where did he go, Clay?
Left.
Where did he go?
This should be an easy.
Yeah,
to be quite honest with you.
He should have it.
Clay will go ahead, push on from here.
Oh no! He misses the shot. He is gunned.
I need life alert.
Oh, what did he? Oh, he saw just a bit of him as he came through.
Oh no!
Clay he thought he had a free kill. He's like, oh, this This is easy cookins.
Why does Clay sound like that?
I don't know what accent that was. I sounded like a elf or something.
God, you need sleep, man. Let's just move on. Thankfully, you have off for the last match. That's going to save us all.
It's true.
A rough round for Clay right there, putting EnVy up 3-2. He'll still challenge towards middle map. The sniper's been working for him. It's just an awkward scenario there as John correctly predicts him to push through middle U and plants it in a way that he can still see the pressure coming in. Clay gets first blooded there. Apathy not afraid. As they do trade out kills middle map. FaZe, though, with 4 kills in rapid succession.
I couldn't even switch to their players fast enough as they were just dropping like dominoes.
Dominoes.
Yeah, it made you want pizza, didn't it?
It really did. As, they're
I could eat. I could eat right now.
Zuma with the OSA, 2 quick kills, 4 bullets in that range. Unmatched in the kill time right there. Such a strong weapon. This is staying close. If you're just tuning in, map 1, 250 to 235 in favor of EnVy as they come back. 90 seconds to win that game. Now in game 2, it's 3-3 on Crusher Search and Destroy as we're on board with the team on the offensive side trying to see where exactly they get this objective plan.
Well, they're trying to push, and Apathy is able to open things up. It gets traded out almost immediately, and all of a sudden you actually have advantage here for the side of FaZe, and that is another quick one. As FaZe mows them down, I saw there was one payload used in the back. I didn't see what they. Okay, rewind.
There you go. We get to see it in the kill cam. So Attach rewinds, plays his life, baits and switches, which that's my favorite part of Rewind. It's the ultimate tool to rush down a wall run. You have a teammate behind you. You wind up rewinding back out. Your teammate cleans up the kill because it baits your opponent into thinking he's basically safe. Now EnVy dropping a couple rounds in a row, and finally FaZe find themselves at an advantage in this game.
All right, well, Attach playing pretty aggressive in here around the A side. He backed him up with that grenade, so they've got control of A for now, but JCap's already found a kill and able to trade this one back, but Bomb now down.
Where?
So Bomb down.
Who's that at my B side? What is he doing?
Clay? He's marching around.
I guess because he's got the sniper, he's looking for some sort of angle. But no, that guy was inside. It just
X-ray tricked me.
Tricked you.
I thought he was jumping around that top spot where they were sniping from.
No, that's your old eyes deceiving.
It is. I need glasses.
Facer rotating all the way through the back of the map. You can see where the objective is down at. Attach still just playing these corners. It's working for him so far in this game, but I do believe he's going to get spotted. There it is, 2 versus 1. Now EnVy just need to get together, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Beautiful job by Slasher. Runs right back to his teammate, and now the previous world champions will go ahead and work together.
He should have saw both, surely. He's playing it slow.
Oh my gosh. And look, this is smart by John and Slasher. Stay moving on the map. Don't sit still. It's one thing that I love watching with Search and Destroy.
This is great by Clay, though, too.
And yeah, he's just going to guess on the site, get the objective planted, and there you go. He's also got overdrive to use if needed, so this is definitely a winnable round for Clayster.
I would have hit overdrive, ran back through spawn, right all the way back around and flanked.
That's why you're not a pro.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, that's definitely why you're not a pro, because
probably true.
Both players, but now begin to challenge. He gets absolutely gifted. 1 versus 1.
He saw him in the corner. He saw his leg, and Clay gets the 1v2.
Look at John's face. John looks at the camera.
That would have been perfect if he didn't see like that sliver of his elbow as he got to the right side. I think he might have caught him off guard, but he saw just a little bit of a glimmer.
We always bring it up. Those EnVy players, they have some big elbows, Clint.
Yeah. That's I hate you.
Said. But no, Clayster makes up for the blunder earlier on.
I had nothing to follow that up with.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I had you baffled there. The thing, if Clayster wins that 1v1 earlier and kills John off the bomb, it's a 6-2 game, and FaZe have already brought the series back tied 1-1. Instead, it's 5-3, still possible for EnVy to come back, but they're now on offense, and they're trying to charge on through, but everyone from FaZe is here. Attach is lights out, man.
They shut it down. Every time they've gone A, I feel like it's been very, very quick rounds, but now trying to trade it back in Slasher, can't find one, gets bait and switched. Now it's all on JCap to try and clutch up. I believe he has one close right and across. He's done. FaZe takes it and ties up the series.
There you go, FaZe. Yes, they're tied 1-1, but I can tell you right now, lingering in the back of their head, this should be a 2-0 series if they close out that first hard point. Great performance from John from EnVy at 9 and 7, but just didn't have the rest of the support from his teammates. Love the use of the sniper, really, from both teams. But major shout out to Clayster, who bounced back from the blunder earlier on to clutch that 1v2 that really sealed the deal for FaZe.
And I think that was one of those tough scenarios where I think that he just kind of thought